Good afternoon. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? Yeah, it's almost afternoon. Hope you're all doing well. I'm excited to talk about smart wallets. My name is Chintan, Turakhia, and I lead engineering for Coinbase Wallet. Yes, Coinbase has a wallet. We are not just some boomer centralized exchange. It's awesome. We are a great centralized exchange and have great self-custody products. And we are excited about building the future with smart wallets. So I want to talk to you about that today, and let's get to it. So what is our goal? Our collective goal here really should be create the easiest, fastest experience to bring 1 billion users on chain. Crypto is small. We are early. We have huge road ahead of us collectively, and we need to bring so many more users on chain. But it's actually really, really hard. So quick poll. Who in this audience has tried to onboard someone not in crypto in the last day? In the last day. Thank you for doing the hard work while you're at this conference. I saw one hand. Who's tried in the last week? Okay, 5 more hands. Who's tried in the last month? Onboard your mom, dad, grandparents, friends, your kids, I don't know. Who's tried in the last year? I'm gonna go maybe 2 years now. I don't see everyone's hands up still. Okay, I have to ask. Who has never tried to onboard someone? I like it. 1 person. That's okay. 2 people. 3. Okay. All right, so for all the folks who raised their hand that tried to onboard someone, who ever got like a response from that person that said, wow, this was magical. This was awesome. I get it. 1, 2. 2 people out of a room of maybe 60, 70 folks. It means we have a lot of work to do because everyone feels like this. Everyone outside of EthCC, outside of this conference hall, the people we need to bring on chain feel like this. What is crypto? What is Bitcoin? That's all I've ever heard of. I don't even know what Ethereum is. All of this is a scam. It's so volatile. I have money. Why do I need this other made up money? What's gas? I put that in my car. Why do I need it to pay for things? What is a native token? You told me to pay in USDC, but it's asking me for ETH. I don't understand this. Who's had to do the hard job of explaining this to a normal human being? Yeah, it's hard. How do you explain you need other money to use your other money? It makes no sense. Funding. Okay, I have a bank account. I know we're not all about bank accounts, but I have one. Why can't I use that to fund this thing you're telling me called a wallet? Why do I even need a wallet? I have a wallet. It's Apple Pay. It's in my pocket too. Why do I need yet another app to download to pay for things? None of this makes sense. Can't I just go to an ATM and get some crypto? Yeah, you could. But then what? What do you do with it? Everyone's confused. It's hard to onboard people. It's really confusing, and you should all I implore you all to try it every single day, and I'll give you some tips at the end on how to do it. But there's a huge opportunity in front of us, and we think Coinbase is one of the companies out there that's well positioned to help bring billion users, on chain. Our user base, 110 million users, almost 200 billion in TVL. Folks that are using Coinbase as an exchange see it as a trusted brand. They start their crypto journey. They buy some Bitcoin. They buy some Ethereum. Maybe they top into, I'm going to say it quietly, Solana. But they try these things. And then they're like, cool, what do I do next? I have this stuff I'm holding. I have it in a centralized exchange. It feels like my bank. That's okay. It feels like my brokerage. What do I do with these crypto things, these assets? How do I actually use them? And our job, our mission, and I say this, our mission collectively is to bring more and more users on chain. And so that's why we started building the smart wallet. We launched it about a month ago, and we believe this is a much more compelling way to help onboard users, to help make it a very simple, seamless experience. No app download. You can get onboarded, mint an NFT, 5 seconds flat. And the user never had to see those gnarly 12-word seed phrase or 24, whatever flavor you want. They never had to see it. They don't know what it is. It just felt like unlocking your phone. Cool. So we're moving towards an L2 dominant world. Cheaper gas, superchain. You're probably familiar with Base. That's doing well, and we're building it, and we're trying to bring more and more builders onto Base. Gas fees are low. It's very simple to build. But how do we help developers? Developers, you all are the ones that should be building the compelling, amazing consumer apps out there that just make the folks you onboard go, wow, this was cool, and you never had to explain any of the crypto behind the scenes. That's the answer you should be seeking. This was cool. I love this. Tell me more. Not, what is gas? What is a native token? What is the seed phrase that you told me to write down and bury next to my house and don't ever lose it or I lose everything? Because none of this makes sense. And developers are adopting Smart Wallet. We're seeing really sick apps being built on Base. And Smart Wallet works on any EVM chain, to be clear. We support a bunch of them, including mainnet. Obviously, gas is going to be more expensive on mainnet for smart contract user ops. And we believe this is the way we bring in the next 100 million users. On-chain, through consumer-facing, next-generational experiences. So, before, what did you all have to do? Hey, check out this cool dApp. You can earn some yield. Or check out this cool dApp. You can buy an NFT. What's a dApp? Okay, but no, first, before I tell you what a dApp is, go download this mobile app. Okay, fine. Okay, but you got to choose from a bunch of different wallets. Why are there so many wallets? What are all these wallets doing? What do they mean? Yeah, just pick one. It's okay. Coinbase wallet, it's a pretty good wallet. Don't worry, we got you. Okay, now let's walk you through funding. I'll fast forward about an hour later. Okay, remember that thing I told you called a dApp? Let's go back to it and get your NFT. Onboarding anyone takes like hours. Today, Smart Wallet, you go to the dApp, you hit create wallet, you're done, and you have your gas sponsor and you can transact instantly. Yeah, you have to fund it, and I'll talk about that in a second too. It's super easy. We have this amazing thing called Magic Spend. It is pretty magical. But it really just reduces the time to onboard. And onboarding is tough because you want to get that consumer, not developer, but the consumers we're building for, you want to get them like hooked immediately, right? And having to download a brand new app, that takes time. No one wants to. Everyone has a ton of apps. You don't need to download anything here. You work with the dApp, mobile web, boom, bada bing, create wallet, you're done. It's awesome. Okay, so how are we making it easier? One, I already told you, there is no downloading an app. Go to any dApp on mobile web, SDK pops up, you can create a wallet, it's magical, and then no seed phrase. You create the wallet, it just does a biometric on your passkey. Apple, Google have led the way here. Folks are generally familiar with passkey. We're even starting to see banks and Target. Target's a brand in the US, they sell goods and stuff, but like Target is like, it's a brand, it's a big brand, and they are telling their consumers to use passkeys. So this is great. Apple led the way, it's a clear standard. Google has support too, but users never have to see what a seed phrase is. They never should. They never should have to worry about it. And then on-ramps. This is where everything falls apart. And I can tell you, I'm outside, when I'm not up here, I'm outside at the EthCC Street Fair running the Base Cafe. Come get a coffee, I'll show you, it's pretty slick. But when folks come to that little cafe experience out here, we're like, hey, pay with USDC on Base. They're like, cool, great. And everything works perfectly if they have some assets in their wallet. But the second you ask someone to fund, things fall apart. Sometimes you go to your centralized exchange, they're like, oh, you're not in the country you registered in, KYC again, oh crap, okay, fine. Bank account restricted, you're in a different country, oh crap, okay. Apple Pay, nope, Apple Pay doesn't like crypto, okay, fine. It's painful. With smart wallets, you can add any arbitrary payment method you want. Coinbase Retail, Coinbase Exchange is an example. Connect to your centralized exchange, and it will pull balances in real time during the transaction. So now, you also have benefits on like, you're buying and selling, or buying and transacting immediately. So like, taxes are even easier. Because you're not buying a bunch of ETH, holding it, and then the second you transact, oh, now you have to figure out the tax differential. You're buying and selling instantly in real time, and that's awesome. That's magical, because you never have to worry actually about funding wallet. You just put a payment method in. And you can add multiple signers. You can add EOA as signers. You can do multi-sig. You can do social recovery. All of that's coming in our roadmap. We just launched this baby, but it's coming in the roadmap. And that's the beauty of smart wallets and smart contract wallets. You can arbitrarily add different signers. So now we start seeing really cool things where you can set up a multi-sig. If you have kids, you can set up a smart wallet for them. You can be a multi-sig on it. You can help them grow into crypto, earn some, give them an allowance, do it with your parents, for example, or if you're sending remittances. So many nice use cases start emerging the second you do easier backups, easier social recovery, multi-sig. And now, the last thing, you never have to worry about gas. If you're using an L2, the gas is sponsored all the time, every time. You don't ever have to worry about gas. And that's awesome because no regular person should ever need to know what gas is besides what the thing that goes in your car. So, Passkey sponsored gas. I talked to you about Magic Spend. There's also this really cool thing that's like not obvious, and I just do want to say it. Your assets, that wallet is portable across any dApp. Many times with embedded wallets, the wallet is made with the dApp, and it can't be reused outside the dApp. It's embedded to that dApp. And we believe like that's not the greatest consumer experience. You have a wallet, you should be able to use those assets anywhere to any dApp, any app you want. And so the assets are fully portable, and that's awesome. So we talked about all this, and it's epic. Passkeys, why are they easy? Because everyone's familiar with them. And it's something that's like digestible for a user. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. You want my biometric or Touch ID? I get it. But in this case, for smart wallets, the passkey is the signer, right? And we have ways where you can, if you want to extract, it's fully self-custody. If you want to extricate that wallet and get the private key, you can. And you can then just go import it somewhere else if you want to. So it's still a completely self-custodial, 100% wallet, self-custody. It's 7212 ready. It will work across devices too. You got Windows laptop, iPhone, or Mac iPhone, or an Android, Mac, any combination, you can do cross-device compatibility and portability with these passkeys, and it's great. Gas. I think we can move to this world where a user will just keep seeing the network fees struck out, gas is sponsored, and folks like MoshiCam, for example, and you gotta try it, Moshi.cam, it's an epic consumer app using smart wallets, like meme communities, other apps, networks, et cetera, can just sponsor the gas on behalf of the user. That's a great way. It reduces the friction for dApp developers. You're all developers. You want people to use your products. Yet we have found every possible imaginable way to insert friction into crypto. And this is taking that out of the way. Magic Spend is what we talked about where you add an arbitrary payment method, like your Coinbase retail account. You can add Apple Pay, et cetera, or a bank account, and it will pull in real time, convert, spend for you. And we're super excited because this is one of the hardest parts. Funding your wallet is one of the most difficult parts of this whole experience. And security, that never goes away. That is never compromised. All the security features that we have in our mobile product migrate over smart wallet, transaction simulation, phishing warnings, signature warnings. And I think the really nice thing about this is users don't have to worry about recovery phrases. Like, I think at Coinbase, we have this actually full end-to-end lens from super normie, I bought my first Bitcoin, to ultra degen. And seeing this whole spectrum and actually hearing so many people lose their recovery phrase because they didn't know what that meant, it's heartbreaking. And there is no way anyone is going to adopt the dream of crypto if we keep hearing these heartbreaking stories. So passkeys are the huge unlock here. Still self-custody. So yeah, that's the cool thing. And if you're a developer in this room, the smart wallet is just an SDK bump. If you already have the Coinbase Wallet SDK, it's also supported with Rainbow Kit, WAGMI, all these other Connect Kit, et cetera. Just an SDK bump will give you also sponsor gas if you're an early adopter. It's really easy. It doesn't get easier than this. So this is it. This is the experience. I'm going to a dApp, mobile web. I see Coinbase Wallet. I hit create a smart wallet. Thank you for taking my Face ID. This is not sped up, by the way. Cool. I return to the app. I hit mint. You can see the gas is sponsored, Face ID, done, it's minted. That's how fast it should be. You can see the NFT right there in the wallet. It's simple. So that's Smart Wallet. You all should try it. You all can literally mint that NFT right now. Tell me if there's a bug, I'm head of engineering, but you can literally mint it right now. It's sick, it works. Give it a shot, and that's it. Let's open up for questions too, while you're all trying the Smart Wallet. Thanks. I can hear you, and I can repeat back the question for now.
I'll try to speak loudly. Oh, it works. So this is sort of a UX abstraction that works really well. It's very, very clean. Do abstracted accounts figure into this later as something that users can progressively upgrade to, or do you see this as end game with keys in enclaves?
Keys in what?
So, I'll repeat the question. Is there a future in this where you're going to be making use of abstracted accounts?
These are abstracted.
So is there? So there's a smart contract on-chain?
Yeah. So
okay.
the smart part about Smart Wallet is it is a full account abstracted smart contract wallet, right? And it's public, it's open, you can see the contract itself. These are abstracted accounts.
Excellent.
And so we have a world where the features we're excited about is like, besides epic consumer apps and this simple onboarding, you can do policies. You can create a policy engine, right? Like spend limits, vault, subscriptions on payments, recurring payments, et cetera. So it's full account abstraction.
Glad I asked.
Yeah. Sorry. I love the question because it looks so simple. And you're like, wait, is there an account abstracted wallet behind this? Yes. Yeah.
My question was, so there is also the Coinbase wallet, which uses MPC in order to try and improve the UX of recovery keys and social media logins and whatnot. I just wondered if there's a world where these two applications merge. Is there any benefits from using the MPC from the original IP of the Coinbase app?
Yeah, so the question was, there used to be a Coinbase MPC-based wallet. That was actually inside the Exchange app, like the main Coinbase.com app, right? And it was MPC-based. That's been deprecated, right? So now the wallets that we have is the Coinbase Wallet mobile product, which is an EOA wallet, self-custody. And we have this Smart Wallet product, which is, as you saw, it's like really just a SDK for developers, and it can work on mobile web. And we do have plans this year to bring the entire Smart Wallet, smart contract tech into our mobile Coinbase Wallet product. And so we strongly believe there's a world where the default wallet everyone should be getting is a Smart Wallet, because onboarding is easy, no recovery phrase, passkeys, funding, et cetera, right? And we'll provide ways to migrate your EOA. You can set it as a signer if you want, or migrate your EOA into a smart contract wallet. All of that will come. But we're working really hard right now to bring that Smart Wallet, this technology here, into our Coinbase Wallet mobile product.
Hi. So you mentioned these wallets are truly self-custody. So I'm curious about the private key export that you mentioned, because from my understanding, passkey doesn't work across ecosystems like Android and iOS, as you can't pass a passkey from one to another, and passkey cannot reconstruct a private key to export. So I'm curious how you're handling that.
Yeah, so Android passkey and iOS passkey cross-compatibility is like a work in progress. You can just create a new passkey on Android and link it back as a signer. And then we are building out the ability to export a private key with associated metadata, so you can take your Smart Wallet account wherever you want. And we'll create tooling for that. Because at the end of the day, like if someone just wants to extricate and be like, give me my private key, I want to go somewhere else, we're going to give the tooling for that. We didn't have that at launch. It wasn't like a core demand from dApp developers at the moment. They really wanted us to focus on make it easier to onboard. But private key export is coming, full social recovery is coming really fast. And like self-custody is a very important ethos for us. in Coinbase Wallet. And it actually is a complete differentiation from the Coinbase centralized exchange. We want to give the whole spectrum of offerings. Anything else? Shout it out.
We don't have time for other questions, sorry.
No? Okay. Thank you. Give it a shot. I'll be somewhere